11:30 Podcast. It's Odie Breeze, baby. Dre on wheels. You know it. Now where you was when a nigga was messed up? Where you was I was at, on man? My ass. I was stuck in a tree, ain't nobody help me out. Ain't nobody help me down. I was faded, I was drinking, I was popping the molly, I wasn't thinking.
Yo, what it do, everybody? This your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Welcome back to a new episode of the 11:30 Podcast. How everybody doing out there? How you guys' weekend was? I gotta ask you guys, man. I thank you guys for joining me here on YouTube. You guys, man, here on the podcast, wherever you may be. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I just appreciate you guys joining me here on a new episode of the 11:30 Podcast. It's gonna be a good one. Before we dive all into everything, you guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, I'll wait. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment. I appreciate it so much. Also, you guys, I want to give a shout out to my guest who came on last week, Ashley D, all the way from Columbus, Mississippi. It was a pleasure to have you on. I appreciate it so much. Also, you guys, this week here on the 11:30 Podcast, I was supposed to have my guest, Wally Hippolito. I hope I said his name right. He lives on the West Coast from San Francisco, California. And over there in San Francisco, California, it's the wildfires that's going on right now, you guys. For everybody, or my guests, or just everybody over there on the West Coast in California, I hope you are staying safe with your friends and family and loved ones due to the wildfires. It's supposed to be more lightning and stuff coming soon, so I hope you stay safe. So shout out to Wally Hippolito, Off the Stoop Podcast. I appreciate you so much. We're going to get you on a later date. But you guys, man, thank you guys for joining me here on the podcast. Like I said, it's Tuesday. We're going to get them tacos running, man. Got to get some tacos, Taco Tuesday. But you guys, I got a guest this week. You guys all the way from Georgia, man. Georgia being nice to me. This is the second person from Georgia. Georgia being nice. Yes, Chelsea, you guys, man. She's very unapologetic. She's the host of Unapologetic Shit, all things unapologetic, you guys, man. It's going down. This is going to be a fun one. Chelsea, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just trying to maintain. So happy to be here.
Thank you. How's everything?
You know, just making it the best that I can. We're getting ready. Well, where I'm at in Georgia, we're getting ready for hurricane season. So we're dealing with a lot of rain. It's just, unlike, the situation on the other side of the world right now. I know they could use some of this rain, but right now we getting flooded out. So we're just trying to get through that and try to still keep that level of positivity, although it's cloudy. You know what I'm saying? It's cloudy right now, matter of fact.
Yeah. I feel you though. I was just looking at the news and checking everything out. It is just about hurricane season and stuff. That's coming up you guys' island and stuff. So you're the host of Unapologetic Shit, dope podcast. Can you tell my listeners and viewers something about your podcast and also where they can catch it at?
Thank you. So again, the name of my podcast is Unapologetic Shit. It birthed from being a domestic violence survivor. I had 2 miscarriages before having my son. My son is autistic. So Unapologetic Shit birthed from me needing to find a safe place to vent about everyday life and the everyday experience. Right now, you can find my podcast on Anchor, Spotify. I've really been pushing for Spotify and those views. You got Google Podcasts. Really, most places where you listen to your podcast, you can find me right there.
Okay, cool. You got a dope podcast. You just was talking about you started your podcast off of domestic violence and stuff like that. I was talking to my guest. Shout out to my guest who was on last week. Audaciously Me. Her podcast is Audaciously Me. I kept calling her that the whole episode. But her name is Ashley, and she was also talking about that. And throughout this whole pandemic, that's another thing. The domestic violence rate is just shot through the roof and just it's crazy. Yeah. But I commend you to come out and talk about stories like that. And how long you been podcasting?
Actually, January, the end of January. That was my New Year's resolution, is to start my podcast, because I've been trying to do YouTube forever, but for whatever reason, there was a disconnection. So with podcasting, I don't have to look like anything. I could just start talking. So so it's January, the end of January. No, I'm sorry, the end of December, going into January. So my first episode, if you go back and look, is December 31st.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's how I ended the year last year.
Okay, that's cool. That's right about around the same time that I started in December. And yeah, so that's cool. But speaking of the way someone looks, though, I'm gonna hop into a story real quick, you guys. It was about like a week and a half ago. Me and Chelsea was just talking about it. She don't know too much of the story, you guys, though, but it's just wild, and I want to hear her input on it. But you guys, man, is the football season haven't started yet, but sports is back though. But a Seahawks football player, all the way from Seattle, man. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. I believe just got drafted in the NFL or something like that. And everybody's in their bubble. Everybody's in a hotel because the coronavirus, and everybody wants to stay safe. But this guy, he's a rookie. He just felt the need that, man, he needed some pussy.
Mm-hmm.
He really needed some pussy. It don't matter what. He was going to do what he had to do. But the man disguised the woman as a football player. I mean, gave her a helmet, gave her some soda, gave her a jersey, gave her everything. The sneaker inside the hotel room, and, he was released. He was fired, basically, from his job as a football player at the Seattle Seahawks. Bro, you're a rookie, bro. You just probably got drafted, whether you was undrafted or whatever, bro. You about to make millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure your mom or whoever happy for you and everything. And this how you gonna blow it, bro? Like, that's crazy.
There was once upon a time I was dating a boxer, and they go off to camp. They can't do things like that before a match. And it was to the point where he wouldn't even let me come around because he was dedicated. So what this man missed out on was his dedication, because it's very much possible to wait. I mean, if you're talking about millions and millions of dollars, also it's just hella selfish. All jokes aside, it's one thing, but it's selfish because this really is a life or death situation. And I think that's what my biggest thing is with this virus, is that they're trying to make things normal the best that they can. But for the people that it hasn't directly affected yet, it's just they're gonna find every way to buck on the system. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that could have waited. He knows that now because he got caught. Somebody had to help him because of where he get an extra uniform from. There's a lot of factors that took into place with this. So, I mean, it was a nice try, but those type of activities don't last a long time. So you mean to tell me you done threw away your career for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes? If that was even the case, I know people are upset with him.
Yeah, exactly.
So he got fired or just off for this season?
No, I think when they say he got released, that means he got fired. So I don't know, if he got drafted or not. I'm not too sure. I didn't get that part of the story though. But
yeah.
It's bonuses. He get that money. I don't know if he getting some of that money or not, or if it's guaranteed or what. But bruh, like, damn, cuz like, you got your whole life ahead of you, man. Come on, bruh.
I wish I could play sports. I don't even have that type of opportunity, for health, and then for the other things that I have going on. I wish, I had that type of, you know what I'm saying? I know what I would do right. You wouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. You said if you could play sports, you like sports?
Back in the day, I ran track, you know what I'm saying? I did stuff like that. But then, I don't know if you're familiar with lupus.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I don't have lupus, but I deal with something in that community with skin. So because of that, I've been dealing with that since I was a teenager. So that made me disconnect from physical things, which is why I say I don't know much about sports now, because I just stay away from it. But if I did have a chance, I think I would play a little basketball. Did you see the basketball player? Now, like I said, I don't know people's names, but I do know the stories. The guy who snuck out and was at Magic City. Are you familiar with that story? Lou Will. They say he snuck out to get some lemon pepper wings from Magic City and got in trouble. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Maybe.
And he snuck out of the bubble.
Oh, maybe I'm pretty sure I heard it. I heard a lot of stories of the dude who snuck out to go to a strip club.
That's him.
That's him? Oh,
yeah, that's him. That's him. But that was his excuse that he wanted some lemon pepper wings. Like, he was not there for no fucking lemon pepper wings.
Oh yeah, I ain't heard about
Yeah.
that. I just heard out and just was decided he wanted to go to a strip club. Like, man, that's crazy though.
I don't know.
Well, you say you're all the way from Georgia. How is it, being from Georgia?
This is definitely a red state.
Oh.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a red state. A lot of people think Georgia, they think Atlanta, they think Savannah. They're not giving these hick towns enough credit because they are here. It's a few towns that everybody knows that if you ride through it, you have your doors locked, ride a little faster, but not too fast because you don't want to get pulled over. But Georgia has great opportunities. The city I happen to be in is more of like a retirement city. So it's not really much action. Everyone here has retired. They're relaxing. They got kids, stuff like that. So it's more calm in the area I'm in.
Okay.
But Georgia is nice. It can be nice.
Okay. That's cool. With everything going on in the country, you guys, man, I've been talking about it for some weeks. Every now and then on the podcast, you guys, us black men, us blacks, sticking together, man. But how was you feeling about, the whole George Floyd case that took over the whole internet and everything for a while?
Well, I know we haven't discussed age, okay? We haven't discussed age, and we still don't have to, but I'll put it like this. My first real, when things got real for me, would be Trayvon Martin. So when the thing happened with George Floyd, I remember those raw emotions from that came back. It's because if there was once upon a time where it wasn't always on camera. That's all I could think to myself, is that it wasn't always on camera. And now we got it on camera, and that still ain't enough. And it's like people associate PTSD with war, but in a sense, like, we should have PTSD because we are literally watching people take their last breath.
Yeah.
And I don't care what the accusations are. I don't care what they say he did. Why aren't we making it to our mug shots? Why aren't we making it to a judge and a jury? Why aren't we making it that far? You know what I'm saying? It's just the George Floyd situation. It just really showed me. It showed me that we have a long way to go as far as change. Because even with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery was previously, and then Breonna Taylor, like just this year alone, I'm sure there's so many names that I'm forgetting, but it's getting to a point that I'm kind of numb to it.
Yeah.
That's the part that's scaring me.
Yeah, that's the scary part. I'm getting numb to it too, because I was saying this on the podcast too. I'm tired of, us black people getting so like recognized in a way, but recognized and appreciated, but not in the way we want to be recognized and appreciated, in that way, with a cop standing on our neck or something else happened. It was not even too long ago, a black man, I believe it was last week, a black man was fatally shot by the cops 11 times as he walked away from them, and it was all caught on video. Black man had a knife. It went down in Lafayette, Louisiana, when someone called the police and reported a disturbance. At least half a dozen police officers showed up for one person. One person had a knife, though. All you guys have guns. You guys, in my opinion, I don't feel as though all these cops should shoot this one dude 11 times, though. You feel me? Like, shoot him in the leg or something. You feel me? Like, y'all
was he running away?
Yeah, he was walking away from them, and he was reportedly going into the convenience store.
Good evening, everyone. We start with breaking news happening right now in Lafayette, where state police confirm an officer-involved shooting.
He got a knife. That man got a knife. They gonna shoot him. No, we got to wait. We got to wait. No, but he got a knife. Get on the ground. They tasing him. He not even.
He reached the door of the gas. He was going into a gas station convenience store, and he had a knife in his hand, and the cop shot him 11 times.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I thought that
Like, what kind of threat do they see us as?
You know what?
Because
I don't even know, but we all know who be at the gas stations, and you know, you going there for a roll up or whatever. You already know who behind the counter, so that you know you might be lucky enough to if you get one in your neighborhood, it might be the same race or something, but
it's rare.
Yeah, it really is.
Because was that the 70s or the 80s where they got automatic approvals on their visa if they had stores like that. Those stores aren't just bought out like that for no reason. That's to solidify who they are, So it's rare, but again, like I said, I think I'm becoming numb to this because I'm now in the place where I'm raising a Black man. I'm also in the place where I'm raising a Black autistic man. And the police is going to recognize him as Black before they recognize his autism. So with that, I can't be numb because I have a mission right now. Like, I got to try to make sure he's okay. But it's like they are going off so fast. Did you just see the police officer that tased the girl on the porch? They just fired him yesterday.
Don't care.
So we can talk if we want
you
to.
Can't leave it. You can go to jail.
I'm not going nowhere. It
You
doesn't matter. You're on our property. We did not call
You
you.
want to go to jail.
I'm not going anywhere.
Black Lives Matter.
Turn around.
Black Lives Matter.
I'm not resisting you. You're not touching me.
You're under arrest. 613, 10-3.
Black Lives Matter.
Come here.
Leave her alone.
You cannot make her be on the rest. Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground right now. Taser.
What you doing right now, right?
Turn over right now. Put your hands behind your back. Turn over. Put your hands behind your back.
You finna get sued, sir.
Turn over. Put your hands behind your back. I will tase you again.
Call the police, mama. Call the police, mama.
Can I please get your name?
Taser deployed.
Can I please
Turn
get
over.
your name?
Turn over.
Can I please get your name?
Call the police, mama. Call the police, mama.
Can I please get your name?
Taser deployed.
Can I please
Turn
get
over.
your name?
Turn over.
Can I get your name?
This shit is in my fucking leg.
Get up and move over there.
It's in her leg. You just tased her.
It's in my fucking leg.
You just tased her.
Don't touch me. Don't touch. Bro, don't touch. Bro. Bro.
You're off her. You're on her neck. Do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand what you're doing? Sir! Sir! You finna get sued. You finna get sued. Dre,
Stop
just keep
resisting
quiet.
right now.
She's not resisting.
Give me that. Call the police.
Put your hand behind your
Call
back.
the police. Dre, where you from? Dre, we gonna come get you, Dre. She can't move.
Yeah, he literally he just was embarrassed. You could tell he was embarrassed. It's a power trip for them. It's literally, they don't have I feel like they maybe been bullied in high school. I don't know what happened. And I feel like the only people that apply for that job is people who got a chip on their shoulder. Because we could play good cop, bad cop all day. But for the most part, a lot of them got a chip on their shoulder. And they can't handle being embarrassed. You're policing communities you're scared to be in.
Yeah.
That's like me taking a pistol into a haunted house. Somebody gonna get shot because I'm scared. That's just the facts of the matter. If I take a gun in a haunted house, somebody is gonna get shot. Okay, so imagine if every time a police officer is around a Black person, if they feel like they're in a haunted house, that's just what it is. It's killed or be killed. So I can't just. You got to look at the natural human reaction. But if you're scared, you need to get another job. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something else.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing with defunding the police. You know what I'm saying? If we defunded the police, that way they could focus on robberies, they could focus on these rapists, they could focus on that. And in that way, we could send out the social workers who aren't being paid that much to go and diffuse situations. There's no de-escalation process with them. So for him to get shot 11 times, I feel like, even with Tamir Rice, you remember the little boy, Tamir Rice, their interaction was only 3 minutes. Y'all killed him within 3 minutes. So that's what I'm saying. Where is the de-escalation? Is there no steps, or are they just telling them just shoot them? Clear them out.
I think they were saying just shoot him though, and it was crazy. Like this story, the cops followed the man for more than a half a mile before they, shot him. So they followed him. They just knew, okay, he's up to no good or whatever, and like I don't understand that one like that. I really don't.
That is depressing.
Yeah.
That's one thing about our line of work is that it's incredibly heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my computer. Oh yeah, that's one thing about our line of work. It is incredibly heavy. So it's like you have to find a happy medium, because that could have been me. That could have been you. There's no guidelines. They don't give a damn what you. They get you, and they're not. I think the biggest spit in the face behind it is there's no repercussion.
Mm-hmm.
You get fired, there's no way I could shoot you and I get fired. I'm going to jail. That's why people was trying to say, I don't know if you've seen that story with that black man who killed that little boy, the white little boy. And they were trying to make it about, it ain't right when a white person do it. It wasn't right when he did it, but he got 25 years in jail. Justice was served. We can't stop every bad thing from happening, but we damn sure can do something after, and nothing is being done. Well, we close to day 200, and I know they haven't locked up the killers of Breonna Taylor. They haven't even made any more announcements.
No, because that whole case, to me, was supposed to have been, kept secret. That came.
Yeah, they tried that.
Mm-hmm. That came to light when the whole George Floyd, case came in between that, and then they was like, hold on, wait a minute, what happened to Breonna Taylor also? So.
And Ahmaud, because Ahmaud happened a while back before it was a reaction. Excuse me, that happened a while back before there was a reaction to that.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. We'll move on here on the 1130 podcast. You a big fan of Brandy, Monica?
Man, yes, I am.
You heard it?
I am.
Have you heard about the news?
Yeah, I just got it last night about them doing the verses.
Yeah.
And I know what this is about too, by the way, because Monica got, it wasn't no announcements about it, but Monica got into that little mess. And she probably said, look, I need a distraction. Because I'm sure she's ready to release some music at this point. So yeah, I heard about it. How you feeling about it?
Well, the last couple of ones I, haven't really watched though, but I remember earlier, 90s to early 2000s or something like that. But Brandy, I'm going with Brandy. That's my girl. I had a crush on her
really
when I was young. Yeah.
Brandy could sing down, okay? But Monica is going to give us that hood. You know what I'm saying? Monica's going to give us that hood. Brandy wasn't really giving us no, I'm a ride or die for you. Brandy was more on some, I'm going to sing my pain out. Have you ever loved somebody? So I like the balance between the two. I really hate that the industry is the way that it is and they couldn't do more work together. But it seemed like, the industry will pit people together. So if I had to choose somebody, only because you choose Brandy, I'm going to have to go with Monica. And we're going to get back to the show is on the 31st. So I'm going to write you on the 31st and let you know how I feel, okay? We're going to have to follow up on that. But I'm confident. Now, as far as verses is concerned, I haven't been watching them either. The only one that I watched from start to finish was Erykah Badu and Jill.
Yeah, I think everybody watched that.
Yeah.
But I kind of watched almost from start to finish because one of them was my favorite rapper. That was Ludacris and Nelly. The Nelly and Ludacris one.
I missed that entire one. I bet it was good though.
Yeah, but I know one that I thought, or I knew that was good, but I missed that one too because I completely didn't hear about it. Was Snoop Dogg and DMX.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a good job. That one was another one that I was in and out of. Like I watched it, but I was being interrupted, so I couldn't enjoy it. So yeah, no. But Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, they left that stain for me. You know, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. I know. And it looks like now Versus has a whole studio because it was a time where they were joining each other on live. Now it looks like they're in their own separate studio. I know for a fact because I feel like they've already branded and trademarked the name. I know for a fact these same people that went head to head, they probably gonna set it up for them to go on tour together. Mm-hmm. If they don't have a whole Versus tour after quarantine.
Yeah, that sounds like something they're gonna do. It sounds like something.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, throughout with the Versus battle, if you had to choose 2 people to go one-on-one, who would you like to see?
That haven't went already?
That haven't went already.
Now this is gonna be a little off the wall, and I know this is probably not for the culture, but it would be nice to see like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC go. I would love to see Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera go. I know for a fact that the rap girls, because everybody want to be the baddest bitch, so nobody is gonna. I just don't see the rap girls coming together and doing right. So that's why I dug that deep. But if I could get the rap girls to come together, I would like to see like Queen Latifah and MC Lyte, like, you know, those two, if they could come together, that would be dope. That would be dope to see them two, just from certain eras. And for whatever reason, when someone mentions Lil' Kim, they automatically think Nicki Minaj. But I don't think that's how that should go. It should be like Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, maybe, you know. That would make more sense to me than those two.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Came to my mind, but Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim.
Instantly.
I don't see Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. I think that's just too.
Not like that.
Yeah.
This too much disrespect has happened. So really, we just want to leave that alone. We just want to leave that alone altogether. But yeah, Versus has been nice, and it's also nice to see that D Nice. He literally started doing what he was doing from just the kindness of his heart, and to see the amount of endorsements and, you know, that man whole life, he didn't move and bought a new house when quarantine started.
Yeah.
March, and he just bought a house like 2 weeks ago. Like, oh, the year ain't even over yet. Most people have to plan a year before they buy a house or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
So yeah,
if I want to see somebody in the Versus battle, I'm gonna go ahead and say Usher and Chris Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that? Chris Brown. I can see him going up against Trey Songz.
Trey Songz?
Well, I'm trying to think somebody who was in Chris Brown's era, because you got to think Usher gonna murder Chris Brown as soon as My Way come on.
Yeah, you are certainly right about that, though. But
Chris Brown was wearing Pampers when that song came out.
What? Usher and what? Genuine?
I'm trying to think who else be dancing around.
And
Genuine was a stripper.
Usher kind of like smoothed his way, like silently away. Chris Brown was kind of like coming in, and he was, you know, dancing his ass off, just how Usher would. That's kind of like
right. So you see that comparison, and they both have that Michael Jackson obsession.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, okay, then I see how that would work. But okay, in what way did Snoop Dogg and DMX work?
See,
is it the dog thing?
I don't know.
Did they market it up on the dog thing? Like,
in my opinion, it was like Nelly and Ludacris. Like, okay.
I could kind of see that because the Welcome to Atlanta remix.
Okay.
Like their voices have been side by side once upon a time.
Okay.
So and that's the same era. you kind of say the same. Of course, it's not the same state, but that same era when music was, you could club to it, you could barbecue to it. It could be for the whole family. Now with music, you got songs that you can only damn listen to when you by yourself. Okay, so, but that era with Jermaine Dupri and how the music was made in that era, I could kind of see it. Kind of.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on here on the 11:30 podcast. I got my girl here, Chelsea. You want to play a game?
Of course.
All right. We're gonna play a game of Would You Rather.
Love it.
All right, cool. All right. Would you rather never be stuck in traffic again or stuck in a Halloween movie with Michael Myers?
I would definitely rather be stuck in traffic because I'm a very patient person. So we're gonna X out Michael. So yeah, I would rather never. Did I answer it right?
Yeah,
I don't want to be scared. What I told you about black people in haunted houses. It's gonna be short. I can sit in traffic.
I got patience though, but I don't know if I want to sit in traffic that long though.
Well, no, we're blessed to have technology. Now, if this was the early 2000s, you know, back in the day, ain't no cell phone or nothing like that. It's plenty of distractions in the car now. You can go around, cut a whole movie on from the dashboard if you needed to. So it's okay. I'll be okay.
You're right. Would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
I'm definitely going to choose taking flight. Okay. As a black woman in America, I'm already invisible a lot of the times.
Okay.
Let me take flight. So yes, I definitely want to fly.
Okay. All right. Would you rather? Okay, this is a good one because I seen someone have this debate, so I kind of like want to know what you think. Would you rather use paper plates or real plates?
I'd rather, like, I love food. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that plate ain't gonna be able to hold. You know what I'm saying? When you really eating some fresh out the pot and you sit it on that plate, unless you got a hefty plate. But see, I'm one of them people that clean up as I cook. So,
Yeah, you can't eat no steak on the paper plate.
You can't even it be stuff everywhere. On Thanksgiving though, I'm paper plating it down. There's just too much activity to even touch a plate.
Right about that.
This is a good one because I'm trying to think. I don't know. Because like I said, I got patience, so I got patience enough to wash the dishes. That's not gonna kill me. It could be therapeutic at times.
For yourself, would you feel comfortable? You got certain paper plates that's a little flimsy,
Yes.
all off the floor, all on the floor and stuff. So, you never know.
Surprisingly enough, under all these circumstances, I'm gonna go with the regular glass plate. Okay. I am. Just because when I'm trying to focus, I'm trying to get down, I just don't even want them problems. Because if I cut through a paper plate, I'm going to have a bigger issue depending on what I'm eating. So, yeah, let's go for the glass. Let's go for that. Plastic, if you will. We're going to leave the paper plates for Thanksgiving, though, for sure. Like I said, Thanksgiving, even though that's some real food right there, it's just because the amount of people. So, as long as I ain't on the cleanup crew, I would probably eat up. But if I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm on cleanup. Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna go for the regular degular.
Okay. All right. Would you rather bathe with a jellyfish or piranhas?
I think the piranha's gonna kill me faster. I feel like that jellyfish death is gonna drag. You know what I'm saying? But if I could go ahead and go into some type of shock and go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. Because I feel like that jellyfish he might not sting me right, and I'm still feeling it. But if a piranha bite me, because there's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I'm gonna have to go with that piranha attack simply because I think that's gonna be the quicker way out. I just feel like a jellyfish gonna play with it. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna be in and out. But a piranha, it's over with.
I think I might.
Go with the piranha.
If I had to choose, I will Smith it.
What the
7 pounds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's making me not want to do that, because he had to get ice. There was water. At least piranha's gonna jump in, rip my hair off. Pull all this back. It's gonna be over with.
All right. Would you rather stop racism or stop world hunger?
Both issues are worldwide.
Yeah.
And children are affected by both. I'm gonna go ahead. And end world hunger. I'm gonna go ahead and end world hunger because I know how to avoid racist people. Okay, but all I can think about is I don't know how to avoid being hungry, and I want to eat, and I know there's babies out here that need to eat. You said world hunger, right? That's the whole world, right?
Yeah.
That might end racism.
You're right.
Motherfuckers might just be hungry. You know how people are when they're hungry, they mad, they irritated, all that. So
it's like a Snickers commercial.
It's like a Snickers commercial. We're gonna end world hunger, and with a full belly, I'll tackle racism again.
I like that. I like how you said that. That's cool. Would you rather have long eyebrows or long eyelashes?
This isn't fair because I have long eyelashes. I know we probably can't. I don't know if we can see them. Well, no, we can't see them right now, but the girls are there. You kind of can see them. Hold on. I don't know. You kind of can see them. I have long eyelashes. So that's one compliment that I get. Like, is them your eyelashes? Yes, they are. So I have long eyelashes, and I do want to keep them because I don't have to worry about wearing the fake ones, which is nothing wrong with the fake ones. It's just like you got to start taking flight. So I'm gonna keep my eyelashes.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
Would you rather be a yes woman or be unapologetic?
Trauma has taught me that unapologetic is what's gonna see me through. I can't keep apologizing for my truth. And if you don't walk in my shoes, hey, it's okay. I'm gonna be unapologetic about that shit the whole time. And the thing is, with being unapologetic is, I'm not trying to come across as a bitch, but the thing is, I am no longer in a place where I want to make people feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Right about that.
That's how we grow, by being uncomfortable. So unapologetic shit, 3,000%.
That's what's
2,000%.
That's what's up. But you guys, man, sit tight, you guys. Sit tight. I got it all tumbled up. Sit tight. We're gonna take a quick short break here on the 1130 podcast. I got my girl Chelsea here, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to growing your podcast, it's tough to know where to start. That's why Anchor gives podcasters the tools they need to make each episode better than the last. Now, Anchor Analytics includes new stats from Spotify to help you better understand who's listening and what they like about your show. With charts that let you see how far people are making it into each episode and where they're dropping off, you can plan your podcast around the content that performs best. Hover over to see how many people are tuning into specific segments and learn what hooks your audience by comparing the average listening time across multiple episodes. Using anonymized demographic data from Spotify, take a granular look at the age and gender of your listeners to start tailoring your content or targeting new audiences. Track analytics from multiple platforms and Spotify insights. Everything you need to grow your podcast, all in one place with Anchor.
Yo, you guys, welcome back here to the 1130 podcast. Yo, I want to give a special shout out to my big brother, Zodi Breeze. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the music, man. They really enjoyed it. But you guys, man, welcome back to the show. I have my girl right here, Chelsea, all the way from Georgia. Chelsea, man, welcome back. Thank you for joining me here.
Anytime.
Before the break, we was talking about, I said I was going to talk more about unapologetic shit because on that last episode of your podcast, you was going off, and I hope everything is going wild because, man, I was smoking my J and I was like, damn, she just going off.
Yeah. I have those moments.
Yeah. I hope everything good with you right there.
It's much better. Normally, if you hear me snapping like that, it's because I've already handled the business and I'm just putting the nail in the coffin.
Okay, cool. But 2020 has been a crazy year. How have you staying focused throughout everything?
How am I staying focused? I'm finding the art in being not focused. You know, there's a story behind every distraction. So that's how I'm navigating it. Because if the focus that I want is not there, I can tell you that because this year has showed it is going to give you 366 different lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So you better learn this every day. About around 11:30, that's when the world is giving you that last 30 minutes to figure it out, and then it's 12 o'clock, and then we on to some new shit. Yeah, that's how that's going.
2020 has been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year, but me personally, looking back at 2020, it's about to be September next week, but 2020 has been strange, but also for me, it's been a blessing. You know, it's all about manifestation. You know, and I heard you say, Simone B, I hope she didn't mess the word manifestation up because she had that book out, and, you know, talking about manifestation and everything like that, and, you know, to hear the whole story behind the book. But just been manifestation this whole year. You know, just claim what's yours. You know, I said it, man, last year around 2000, around the end of the year, I was like, man, 2020 gonna be my year. And this year been my year from, you know, elevating from podcasts, from starting, you know, at the bottom, of course, up to 640 subscribers, and, you know, new episodes out every week, and guests, you know, so I try to stay focused. But how has 2020 been treating you?
2020, the years leading up to this built me for this. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I come from a place of, I don't come from a place where it's always the same. So everything leading up until this point built me for this year, which a lot of people are not used to not being able to socialize. You got a lot of people that are used to being able to go out. I've been confined to my house for months at a time just because of depression or anxiety or because of my health. So I was built for this. You know what I'm saying? I just have to remember that. I didn't understand why I was going through those things 2018, 2019. I didn't understand why, but those things prepared me for this. I don't mind staying in the house. Quarantine sounds like something I do anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's 2020 for me. It has made me appreciate the things that I didn't understand. You know how you say, oh, you don't understand right now, but you will? Like, I understand now, you know? So that 2020 has been that, just that finally getting to understand. Okay. Some type of understanding.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that whole, you know, standing in the house too, because, man, everything before this, I think everything that took place last year, especially, I say for me, from the time in August to like November, just set me up for everything now, because I was always in the house, you know. I mean, I go places every now and then, but fuck the bullshit. I mean, like, you're trying to, you know, stay focused on what I'm doing, and take care of, you know, the people that love me and look out for me. That's just about it, though, you know. So I see. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, though. But I hope you advance in your career and what you're trying to do. Where you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. So I know I mentioned earlier in the episode that I'm a domestic violence survivor. That would have been 3 years ago. And a lot of times you're not able to become an advocate or help other men and women until you're about 2 or 3 years out. So that is just now happening for me. So my thing is, 5 years from now, I want to be well in my career of being a life coach, because there's the things I've been through in life, you can't get through it. You can't get that at a university. You know what I'm saying? I have experience with real life that goes all the way back to the age of 6 years old. So 5 years from now, I want to be that person that I needed when I was a little girl. I want to be that person that I needed when I was stuck in that abusive relationship. I want to be that person who is there for women and men who, after miscarriages, my son's autistic. I know for a fact that the things that I go through that hurt me are really for me to help other people. So 5 years from now, I want to be so strong within being a life coach. I want to tour. Really, really, the podcast is, I want to take the podcast on tour, travel the world, and be that voice for the people who don't know how to use their voice yet. That's really for me 5 years from now. And also, like I said, I have an autistic son. He's nonverbal right now. However, I don't always think it's going to be that case, but because I don't know what his future is going to be when you're talking about, disabilities and things like that, because I don't have a clear future, a clear idea on what his future is going to be, I know in the next 5 years, I want to have that secure, because I can't live forever. You know what I'm saying? So everything I'm really doing is to ensure he has some type of foundation and he could keep these things going, long after I'm gone. That's really that's really 5 years from now. I want to have those things solidified.
That's cool. That's really dope. In a way, you kind of sound like my mom, because her having a son who, which is me, who have a disability, and want to make sure he good and straight and everything like that. So that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate you saying that. Also, I see myself in 5 years, man, just taking over the game, taking over the podcast, and just like I said, just keep building. I want to travel the world. I ain't really where all the furthest I've been to was Myrtle Beach. In Richmond, Virginia, of course, Baltimore, that's close here, not too far from DC. But I want to travel places. I want to go to New York. I want to go to LA. I want to go to London. I want to go, when it's safe, travel that far. But I mean, I want to do a lot and just continue to, build on podcasting and just growing and meet new people.
Podcasting is set to make over $1 billion in the next 2 years. When you look at the track record on it, so right now, like you said, trying to get in where you could fit in, take over.
Yeah, you're right. All right, man, we're going to move on here on the 1130 podcast. You guys, you know what time it is. It's time for that WTF moment of the week. Yeah. So I got my girl Chelsea here. I'm going to give you my WTF moment. Hers might be better than mine anyway, you guys. So Chelsea, you have a WTF moment of the week you want to share?
You want me to go first, you say?
Yes, please.
So I spend a lot of time on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me, my name on Twitter is @TrulyChelsi. It is what it sounds like. We can get into that at another time. But Twitter it can be a dark place. And I was scrolling and I was minding my business, and there was this tweet that was like, I know the school shooter is bored as hell because school is closed right now, and it knocked the breath out of my body, because who the hell is considering school shooters, right? Why did you do that? Well, yeah, I guess they are bored. I mean, school is closed. I mean, and if you look, the school shooting rates have dropped tremendously.
Of course, like anybody been to school. That is
That is a what the fuck moment for real. Because why would you even acknowledge that they're bored? They need to fall off the side of the earth.
See, I told you mine wasn't as good enough. Mine wasn't that good. 2 weeks in a row, you guys. Mine ain't that good. That just, I'm wild off that one. They bored. They bored, guys. Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
So that's my moment. That was like 3 days ago. So yeah.
Wow. You guys, we gonna wrap it up here, man. Hey, you guys, she delivered the WTF moment of the week, you guys. But my WTF moment here, you guys. Well, I got like one or two of them, but half one is kind of like half of a WTF moment though. But you guys, man, 2020, as we've been saying, it's been a crazy ass year, and it don't seem like 2020 gonna let up no time soon. You know, they trying to get everybody to run to the polls. They want everybody to, wear their face masks, and they don't even want us to know that the mask is really killing us. They just want to just say, wear your mask. And we got an asteroid. Not even this past Sunday was an asteroid came by Earth. Just swiping it. We was lucky. We already got the coronavirus. We got to fight. We got crazy Karens around the world that's doing crazy shit. But you guys, man, if you don't vote this coming November for Biden or Trump, well, you ain't got to worry about Trump killing us. Then we got to worry about an asteroid, a truck-sized asteroid just coming through by Earth trying to take us out. So, I mean, like, I thought that was really crazy, though. Just crazy. On to the next one. You guys, man, a real WTF moment in my eyes, though. A Kentucky man was charged for selling a black 4-year-old boy at a gas station in Corbin, Kentucky.
People are facing charges after police say a man tried to sell a child at a convenience store in Knox County, Kentucky. This happened August 16th at the Speedy Mart in Corbin. Officials say the suspect was Harry Day. He was trying to sell the child for $2,500. Using a description of the suspect's car and a license plate, troopers were later able to track down the child at the home of Gertrude Henson, who's the child's mother. While at the home, troopers say they found meth and other drug paraphernalia. Both Henson and Day admitted to using meth earlier the same day. Day was charged with promoting human trafficking and DUI, while Henson was charged with possession of meth along with several other drug-related charges. She also faces 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor.
At that. WTF.
Big W, big T, big F.
I don't get it. You
were trying to sell that baby for the price of a small 1999 Corolla? Like, what are you doing? But they did got him. Was it their child or was it a child they stole?
Yeah, it was. I forgot what. I didn't even get the whole story.
Yeah, because I mean, that alone is bad. It's terrible.
Yeah, like the main title just had me clicking on it, but I was just like, really though. But
in and out.
Yeah, but it wasn't a kid though. It wasn't a kid. Crazy shit.
They got 2 issues.
Huh?
They got 2 issues. You didn't kidnap and you didn't try to sell somebody baby.
I know, right? Crazy. Hey, yo, you guys, man, here on the 1130 podcast. Before we wrap it up, I got my girl Chelsea here. She's the host of Unapologetic Shit. Wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, you guys, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Chelsea, you want to do some shout outs or anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I want to give you a shout out for letting me be a guest. This is my first time being a guest on any podcast, so this is definitely my introduction. So thank you for being, consistent with me. We had something planned for the end of September, but this went so good that I definitely hope you let me come back. I would love to come back. This was very fun. So big shouts out to you. Big shouts out to anybody that's about to come and check me out. Full warning, you need headphones. You also need to make sure your children are asleep. The name of the show is Unapologetic Shit, okay? I'm on Instagram. On Instagram, it's at unapologeticx shit. Or you can just type in TrulyChelsi and you'll find me. It's not hard at all. And yeah, if you're coming from the 1130 podcast, let me know where you came from. That way I know how we are connecting. So other than that, yeah, those are all the shout outs that I have for right now at this time. If you have a moment, my homie, he just dropped a new song, TZT, called Beautiful Black Queen. You definitely want to get into that. I got another homie that does YouTubing, Justin Woodard. Those two, that's my biggest. They look out for me. We got Fonzo. It's a lot of people I can shout out right now. We'll be talking for a whole nother hour, but I love all of them. I do want to thank you again for this opportunity. I definitely got to get you on the show though. No, you know that's next, right? Gotta get you on.
Okay.
I gotta get you on.
I'm down. I appreciate it. No problem. But you guys, that's Chelsea. Go follow her. You know where she said it on Instagram. You can check her podcasts out wherever you get your podcasts. I appreciate it so much, Chelsea, for being a part here of the 1130 podcast.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yo, Chelsea, I appreciate you joining me here on the 1130 podcast. This joint was fun. I appreciate it. You was also scheduled to be on late September, but couldn't have my guest, my man Wally Hippolito. So I got you in this week. I appreciate you stopping by. It was a dope episode. Dope episode. You guys, don't forget to follow her and follow her podcast. Subscribe to it, you guys. It's unapologetic shit. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you guys. Wherever you get your podcasts, Anchor FM, unapologetic shit. TrulyChelsi, thank you for stopping by here on the 1130 podcast. Appreciate it, you guys. Before I wrap it up, you guys, I just want to say something real quick. Real fast, man. I ain't talking about nobody, but if I'm talking about somebody, then I may be talking about you then. You guys, man, if you want to be on the podcast, if you email me at the 1130podcast@gmail.com, if you email me or if I reach out to you to be on the podcast, please be professional enough to write it down, to remember it, and not forget, you guys, man. So, man, like, if you ain't taking this shit serious, you know, like, I don't even know. And there's some people out there that's stuck up on their high horses and shit. Man, come on, bro. Come on. We all trying to do this together. We all are trying to do this together and trying to, you know, grow and stuff, man. So come on down off your high horses, because ain't no motherfucker better than the next motherfucker. So I'm just saying it right now. If I reach out to you to be on the podcast, write the shit down, or, you know, write it down. Ain't no or. Write the shit down, and we're gonna move from there. Ain't no I forgot, ain't no none of that, man. None of that. For real. The 1130 podcast, man, for real. Yeah. But you guys, man, I appreciate Chelsea for being on the podcast this week, you guys. And once again, shout out to my man, Wally Hippolito, all the way from San Francisco, California. Also, you guys, man, don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on Twitter at Dre on Wheels. Follow me on Instagram at the 1130 podcast, like the 1130 podcast on Facebook, you guys. And don't forget, once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the below. Like this video and leave a comment. I appreciate it so much. Also, you guys, each and every Thursday is the 1130 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. The 1130 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. Join me each and every week as I recap all the hottest and trending news in wrestling, man, and recap what's going on in wrestling as well, you guys. That's the 1130 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. I appreciate it so much, man. Hey, yo, man, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, and I'm out. Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, that was lit. You know.